somewhat shorter than I expected. We'll make it work. Oops.
Bit of a change this week. Now the bike is off the ramp because the engine is out and we're waiting for the new engine to be finished to put back in. We need to make the transport box for the bike. So last year we put everything in a 20-foot container, the bike, a couple of flight cases, loads of spares, generators, monkey bikes, everything went in. And the container took longer than it was supposed to and we missed the FIM event entirely. Luckily we managed to pick up the landspeed event, but it wasn't ideal. And then it took 3 months for the bike to come back. So this year we're flying. It's going in the box. Well, it's going to be a transport frame. So we need to make the frame. Overall this frame is going to be 3.7 meters, just over 12 foot, which is a bit of a big frame. So we're going to build it in 2 parts and then have it bolted together. So when the bike is on it, it's one piece, and then when the bike's not on it, we can at least strip it apart and store it slightly easier. It's going to be as light as possible because it is going on a plane, but it's going to still have the strength because of the weight of the bike. So the idea is we will have plates at the end, we'll have casters on all 4 corners of both frames, and then we'll have a strip down the middle where the bike can go on, and we can have front wheel chuck for the front wheel to go in, and then some brace plates at either side to stop the metal squeezing when we bolt it together. And then we'll get some thin, probably 2mm angle to just make a loose frame bolted together, and we can wrap it just to give the bike some protection. So that's what we're doing today.
Now we've got to think about putting these casters in a place where they don't disrupt the other casters. There's going to be two frames of these and they're going to be bolted together. So that caster is going to be able to spin freely all the way around, but not get in touch with the other one. And I'm also looking that I'll never get to the brake, which is a problem. Well, is it? We can always get a screwdriver in there. The problem is as well, if we have the caster sticking out on a brake, it's going to get damaged in transit as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll just put the caster as close to the edge as possible. Like that, and mark it out. Somewhat shorter than I expected. We'll make it work. Oops. First part of the frame done. So far so good. It's fairly strong. I mean, it is lightweight material because everything's going to be light because it's going on a plane. But it's sturdy enough with the casters. It'll be interesting to see what it's like when the whole bike weight is on both of them, on both frames. But we can strap it around here and we can strap it around there. Two straps on the other frame, and we'll probably have something in between this bottom frame here and here, so we can clamp down on it and we're not bending the frame up, because that's likely to happen when we tighten up the ratchet straps. But yeah, we've managed to keep everything within 620 mil width. We'll have to take the wheels off for transport, but that's okay. So yeah, time to make the other one. And here's the transport frame finished with the second section. I've staggered the caster wheels slightly farther back because all the weight of the bike is in this area. And the COG is roughly here-ish. So it made sense to have the casters here, split, another set of casters at the end. Both frames are bolted in the middle with two M12 bolts with some blanking place to stop them pulling. I've added some extra hooks on here, so we'll have the bike strapped at the front, strapped in the middle, and strapped at the back. In the back of the transport frame, we've got some extra stiffening for the paddock stand. So when the bike is rolled onto the ramp, we can put the paddock stand on, we can lift the rear of the bike, and then we can slide in the jacking supports, which will keep the bike and the shat on the frame all in one piece. Finally, we've got our transport jacks. When we lift the bike up in the paddock stand, we can slide the transport jacks underneath, adjust the transport jacks so they're sitting underneath the frame, so the weight's supported on the rear wheel, the transport jack, a transport jack, and the front wheel. And we'll strap everything down so the frame rigidity is transferred onto the transport frame. So when it's lifted up with a forklift, there shouldn't be any bending, hopefully. We've had a couple of days, or more than a couple of days, where the camera's been off because we really needed to get some forward progress because we're in a bit of a time crunch. Below is the engine that you've seen in the dyno 3 weeks ago. This is now going to be our spare engine. The engine is now in the bike. That's the primary engine. This is freshly rebuilt. It's got titanium rods, it's got custom forged pistons, a lot stronger for taking the boost. This will be our primary engine. It's been a bit of a drama trying to get it all chopped in, trying to get this engine finished. Myself and Gareth from Track Dynamics have been spending more than a few late evenings trying to get this done. The timeline on this, we need to have this on a dyno, the whole bike on a dyno, in 3 days' time. 3 days' time? Yeah, 3 days' time. So time is against us. We need to start pushing. We're supposed to be in the Salt in 5 weeks' time. So if we can get this thing dyno tested on Sunday night, that means it gives us time to tweak all the rest of it, make sure it's good. The transport frame is gone for powder coating, we'll get that back. And we'll start to get everything buttoned up. We've still got 2 flight cases which need to be packed, we need to organize spares. There's still a whole lot of stuff to do. We'll get there. I'm pretty confident we're going to get there. We're going to do well. So thanks for watching, as always. Like, subscribe, give us a comment. It's been good to see a lot of comments in the last video. It's nice to know that you're all out there giving us support. So until the next time.